kind of looks scary but beautiful at the same time.
Yeah, it kind of does look a bit of both, but thankfully we aren't having smoke issues here. Air quality right now is currently at a medium, but it's supposed to be good for tomorrow, so a great chance to get out and walk. I did have a viewer ask me earlier on Facebook whether or not it was okay to go out, and it was based on our air quality, and it will be over these next few days, although it will be quite humid. It is looking nice right now outside of our Standard Insurance Agency tower cam. Temperatures around that 80-degree mark. However, I wouldn't suggest being out this late at night unless you're going out to have a drink or something of that particular nature. Upper 70s, low 80s across much of central Texas though, and we're only going to get a little bit cooler than this as we head throughout the course of the evening, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But first, as we head throughout the course of this afternoon, we did have a few of those pop-up showers and maybe even a few rumbles of thunder in our southeastern zones, because that's where we had the bulk of the moisture, and when you have that moisture with that daytime heating, that's when you have the best chance of some of those thunderstorms hanging around much of central Texas. But we are looking mostly dry throughout the course of the night and these next several days, and that's because we've got high pressure over the Gulf of Mexico that's going to keep us out of the rain gauge throughout much of next week, although we could still see a few spotty showers, and that's because we do have that southerly flow coming into central Texas, and that is as a result of where we are situated in terms of that high. We're on the western fringes of it, which means we're going to get that southerly flow, and that could result in a few of those showers, especially when you have a dry line off to our west like what you see. Now, as we head throughout these next few hours, we are going to see that high pressure just bounce around that Gulf of Mexico as we head throughout the early morning hours of Sunday and throughout the course of the afternoon as well, and could see a few isolated showers or two, mainly along the Texas Gulf Coast, but one or two showers are definitely possible as we head throughout the course of the afternoon and evening here in central Texas, although I don't see that being quite likely. For tonight and into early tomorrow morning, we're going to be looking at temperatures getting to those upper 70s. Winds are out of the south at around 10 to 20 miles an hour, and that's going to be important because we're going to be looking at mid-90s, low to mid-90s as we head throughout the day later on this afternoon. Winds coming out of the south at around 10 to 20 miles an hour. Feels like temps could be in the triple digits for some, but those southerly flows at around 10 to 20 miles an hour will make things feel a little bit more tolerable. As a result of that, I'm going to give that a 9 on the Jordan meter, more likely a 9.6 because we're just below average with those mostly sunny skies. But when you add that humidity, that's where you get the heat indices getting to those triple digits. And we're only going to drop to those upper 70s again later on tonight as opposed to last night, pretty much local time. As we head throughout the course of this week, we are going to be mostly dry throughout the entirety of it with upper 90s getting closer to those triple digits, especially as we head through Thursday through Saturday. Saturday, we are watching a system that could be bringing a few of those isolated thunderstorms. And with that, Nikki Lattarulo has the latest from Baylor University coming up right after this break with fall practice.